She was never supposed to be there, but the cameras show her entering, right before everything went dark. And when the embassy came back online, every single life inside was accounted for, except hers. Her name was Layna Merin, former defense analyst, security clearance, Tier 6, specialty, protocol vulnerability audits. 5 months before the event, she was dishonorably discharged from her post at the U.S. Eurasian Embassy Command. The reason? Internal breach facilitation. In plain terms, they accused her of helping a foreign agent bypass a clearance gate. Evidence was thin, but someone from inside had pulled the gate override, and she was the only one near the terminal that night. Layna didn't fight the charges, didn't speak to the press, didn't appeal the review. She vanished, moved to a coastal town 3 hours from the capital, got a job as a satellite office janitor under an alias. No one heard from her again. Until the night of the blackout, March 17, 03:42 a.m. The U.S. Embassy in Katrev, capital of Rusalka, goes fully dark. Not just power, systems, internal communications, access control, defense AI, all fail simultaneously. Backups fail within 7 seconds. Protocol dictates that all personnel are to evacuate, but lockdown is auto-triggered before most even reach the exits. They're sealed in. No lights, no exits. No one outside can reach them. 3:56 a.m. Security camera 7B, previously deactivated, activates for 3 seconds. Shows a woman walking through the East Wing corridor, wearing civilian clothes, carrying no weapon. Her face is clearly visible. It's Layna Merin. No one knows how she got in. No keycard ping, no biometric logs. The door she entered through, supposedly welded shut. The camera cuts out after 3 seconds and never turns on again. At 4:11 a.m., the embassy's systems begin to reboot, not from the outside, but internally. The power comes back online in sequence: sensors, defense shields, secure vaults, medical wing. The system logs reveal the reboot was manual, triggered from the red terminal, a console buried 5 floors underground. It requires a dual authentication protocol, 1 officer-level retina scan, 1 override key. Only 3 keys exist, all accounted for, none were used, but the logs show an override code was entered. Code: Dusk Fringe 12. Here's the problem. That code does not exist in any official system. No one in cyber defense has ever seen it. It bypasses clearance, bypasses encryption, and activates the Iron Seal contingency, a lockdown reversal protocol known only to top-level embassy architects. The only person who ever referenced Iron Seal was Layna. 3 years ago, in a classified internal paper, she wrote, "Embassy lockdown systems are vulnerable in cases of simultaneous digital intrusion plus physical detainment. Suggest establishing fail-safe protocol for reverse control authentication." Her proposal was rejected and removed from the record, or so they thought. By 5:14 a.m., all embassy systems are stable. All personnel are accounted for, no casualties, but Layna is gone. No body, no trace, only a second camera, C5, from a backup thermal drone, shows a shadow moving through a side maintenance corridor just as power returned. The heat signature vanishes down into the floor. Later that day, military investigators arrive. They search every inch of the compound. They find something odd. Behind the red terminal's casing, wedged into the wiring, is a scrap of torn paper. It reads, "If a system can be built to trap us, a better one can be written to free us." LM General Tarek Even, head of Embassy Defense Operations, gives a press statement. "We thank our teams for restoring system control. No comments at this time on any unidentified personnel involved." That same night, footage of Layna's 3-second camera appearance is leaked to an independent network. It goes viral in hours. People begin calling her the traitor who saved 247 lives. But behind the scenes, not everyone is grateful. In the weeks that follow, all security footage from inside the red terminal is erased. Layna's personnel file is flagged as inactive. Her old report on Iron Seal is redacted again, this time burned from every backup. Except one. A young systems intern named Dion finds a ghost log on an old isolated server node, a hidden backup of Layna's proposal buried in raw code. Attached to it, a note, encrypted with a key Dion doesn't have access to, but he forwards it to his mentor in the cybersecurity unit. An hour later, that mentor's access is revoked, and he's reassigned overseas. Dion gets scared, but curiosity wins. He tracks down Layna's last known location, the cleaning job. She never picked up her final paycheck. He finds a locker. Inside, only two things: a flash drive, a copy of The Art of War, hollowed out, hiding a burner phone. He plugs the flash drive into an isolated terminal. Nothing opens. Until 3:42 a.m., exactly 1 week after the embassy incident. The screen flashes white, then black, then text appears. Iron Seal wasn't mine. It was part of something bigger. They called it VaultNet, and I wasn't the only one who knew, but I might be the only one left. The message was simple, but it shattered everything Dion thought he knew. Iron Seal wasn't mine. It was part of something bigger. They called it VaultNet, and I wasn't the only one who knew, but I might be the only one left. He read it twice, then a third time. But VaultNet wasn't in any documentation he'd ever seen. Not in cybersecurity briefings, not in classified infrastructure architecture, not even in the old abandoned terminal logs. It was like it had been surgically removed. He called a contact, Mira Han, a retired intel analyst once stationed at the Arctic Signal Dome. She didn't pick up. Instead, he got a short reply text: "Don't ask about VaultNet. If you're smart, burn that drive." Then she went offline. No further contact. At 4:43 a.m., the burner phone buzzed. Unknown number, no caller ID, he answered. No voice, just silence. Then a mechanical female voice said, "Clearance confirmed. VaultNet reconnection initiated. Countdown, T-minus 96 hours." Then the line went dead. 4 hours later, Dion's apartment was raided. He wasn't there. He had gone into hiding, left behind that only a single message etched into a mirror using a key. It was never about Layna. It was about who built the back door. Meanwhile, the embassy was still operating, but under tighter surveillance. Cameras doubled, AI logs increased, but internal whispers spread. Layna's protocols were still running in the background. The system hadn't returned to normal. It had changed, rewritten at the root level. At 96 hours, exactly as the countdown warned, a new breach occurred. This time, not a blackout, but a partial override. All external cameras shut down, every network door defaulted to internal-only control, which meant only someone inside the embassy could move freely. Everyone else? Locked out. At 3:44 a.m., security logs detected an access ping at level -6. A sub-basement not on the official floor plans. The room was known only to former architects, decommissioned during construction. The camera feed was dead, but the thermal log showed movement. Someone was there. Then a security alert came in. Unknown code, mirrored root origin, LM effect, system freeze override initiated, and the facility froze. No alarms, no locks, just stillness. A voice came over the PA. "To those who sealed me out, this isn't vengeance. This is calibration. VaultNet was your creation. You just didn't expect me to learn its language. Layna Merin, offline, system cleaned." Then, lights returned, doors opened, systems rebooted. But the red terminal? Gone, not destroyed, removed from the architecture, as if it had never existed. In the weeks that followed, internal investigations exploded. The Defense Ministry launched a formal inquiry. Analysts began to find fragments in unrelated parts of the system, ghost protocols with no parent file, IDs that cleared access but had no name, timers that reset to T0 when they shouldn't. And in all of them, a tag, LMVNT_3, Layna Merin, VaultNet Tier 3. Months passed. Then, in an unrelated data leak from a rogue satellite relay, an image surfaced. It showed a woman in a desert outpost, standing beside an antenna array, her face pixelated, but her posture unmistakable. In the sand near her foot drawn faintly, "Dusk, forget nothing." To this day, no one knows who really built VaultNet. Some say it was a rogue intelligence unit. Others believe it was AI-generated code shaped by human failure. But everyone agrees. Layna Merin knew the cost of silence and chose to speak with code instead. Now, whenever a system fails and someone restores it faster than protocol allows, they say, VaultNet's alive. And in dusty corners of old government servers, somewhere near the root directory, a blinking string reappears every few months. LM/online:DUSK-AWAKE.